Hey, what's up guys? My name is 4am and welcome back to the channel. The Echoing Void DLC brought us the end to Minecraft Dungeons. Along with it, we got our hands on some very awesome new uniques to find, and in this series, I will show you every single one of them, where you can find them, and if they might be useful for a future build. Of course, I will show you which enchantment would work best on them, so guys, let's check out today's item, the Call of the Void. Before we get started, I quickly wanted to say a special thanks to the members who are currently supporting the channel. If you also enjoy watching my content, you can help me grow it even more by becoming a member and unlock awesome exclusive perks. Already a big thanks. The Call of the Void is a new unique range weapon which you can get your hands on exclusively on the Echoing Void DLC. It can only be found on the Broken Citadel mission and it looks exactly like this in the loot table. The common or rare variant is the Void Bow, and if you want to have a higher chance of finding this bad boy, you should definitely put the difficulty to default, because right there you will have a way higher chance of it dropping. Of course, if you want to get your hands on the maximum enchantment slots, then always go for the Apocalypse difficulty, as those items will definitely be the best in the game. So the common or rare variant, which is the Void Bow, has the applies rising damage multiplier built in, which is pretty much a ranged void strike. Attacking a target applies a damage multiplier that rises steadily to a maximum level, then it is removed. On the maximum tier, this is plus 300% max damage multiplier, but unfortunately we only have a tier 1 built-in enchantment. So if we equip this bad boy for a second and shoot the target enemy, of course the first hit will only deal 350,000 damage with a full shot, but if we hit the target enemy again, right now we actually deal twice as much damage. So of course the longer you wait, the more damage it will deal, but if the Void Strike effect actually goes away, then it will no longer have a bonus damage. So you will just reapply the effect, and then you should just continue shooting, and of course it will deal more damage. The Apply Rising Damage Multiplier is definitely one of the best enchantments which you can get your hands on power-wise, of course, if you want to hit one target multiple times. This is actually way better than a power tier 3 enchantment, because this one only increases the damage by 33%, but of course only if you already hit the target, because then the damage will multiply. What I think would be a really nice addition to the Void Strike built-in enchantment is the Supercharge, because this will make your charge shots even stronger, plus 40% increased damage on the maximum tier. Of course, if you add something like Growing to the mix, you'll be able to hit like a truck from afar, pretty much sniping with plus 75% increased max damage. Of course, we are here for the Call of the Void, which is the unique variant of this ranged weapon. This one also has a built-in chance for arrows to explode. This is pretty much the few shot enchantment. On tier 1, it will trigger every 5th shot. So every 5th shot, it will have a timed charge that explodes 1 second after impact, dealing 100% damage to nearby mobs. I think this is pretty cool, but at the same time, it's not that powerful. I mean, it will deal some AoE damage, but it's not really interesting to focus on. Alright, so if we equip this one for a second, I can show you exactly how it works. So we shoot the target enemy, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one, right there you have this explosive arrow and bam, it explodes. But of course we want to get our hands on some very strong built-in enchantments. So for that I think you should definitely get your hands on something like Roll Charge. I mean, I already talked about Void Strike not being extremely powerful if you hit very fast, because the modifier doesn't get the optimal damage, but at the same time I think on ranged weapons it can be pretty cool. So if you just put this one on the maximum tier, you'll be able to just roll away and you can just hit the target enemy, and look at that. You will hit for 890,000 damage instead of the normal 630,000 damage, which is really cool. And of course, in addition to that, you will get your hands on those explosive arrows a lot more frequently. A very good alternative to Roll Charge would be the Artifact Charge, because whenever you use an artifact, your next few attacks become charged, so you don't have to rely on the timer of the Roll Charge. So let's just put this bad boy in right here and activate, let's say, the Deathcap Mushroom. So right now we have 3 artifact charges, so if we hit the target enemy, and if we just wait a little bit, hit it again, as you can see, we can actually deal a lot more damage because there is more time in between these attacks. But if you have something like multi-roll, I think the Roll Charge will definitely be a lot more interesting, because as you can see, we can deal a lot of damage per second, trigger that explosive shot a lot more faster as well. What could also be pretty nice to play with is the Burst Bowstring, because this one actually shoots nearby mobs every time when you roll, costing 1 arrow per roll, and projectiles will deal 40% of a charged shot's damage. So if you do this nice in combination with some other enchantments. For example, the tempo theft. You can actually steal movement speed of mobs to get plus 50% movement speed for a couple seconds, so that is really nice if you're going for a spirit room build. What could also be very interesting is the chain reaction, because you have a chance to fire 5 arrows in all directions on impact, and if this actually applies the Void Strike, of course all the mobs around you will have that bonus damage every time you hit them once again. Of course, if you want to take some time in between your shots and make him deal the maximum amount of damage, which I would do if you have a built-in Void Strike, then Overcharge can be very interesting as well. Continue to hold the range attack button to double, triple, or even quadruple the charge of your bow to increase the damage up to 4 times, which is pretty insane. If you combine it with something like multi-shot, you will have a chance to fire 5 arrows at once, which is extremely powerful, of course, if all those 5 arrows are overcharged. This could literally make up for a very awesome shotgun build, which could one-shot kill bosses, guys. If you are lucky with those multi-shots to trigger, if you have the overcharge, if you have already some Void Strike multipliers out there, I think this can be very interesting. Personally, I am not a huge fan of the Call of the Void because it doesn't have the best built-in enchantments, and of course also the damage is not fantastic, so I don't think it's gonna see play on the highest Apocalypse Plus difficulty. Nevertheless though, if you find the right enchantments on it, the ones which I just mentioned, I think it can definitely be a very interesting weapon for your playthrough. Alright, so there you have it, everything you need to know about this Echoing Void exclusive new unique. What are your thoughts about this item? Already found one with nice enchantments? Make sure to leave it in the comments down below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, please take a moment to hit that like button as it helps me out a lot. Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for future Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons content, because a lot more is coming your way. Right now though, it is 4 AM out. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream or video. Take care. Peace.